Today, I'm going to explain the movie Master Z, the Ip Man legacy released in the year 2018. Spoilers ahead, watch out, and take care. In the first scene of the film, we see our main character, Tin Chi, with an agent who kills people on the contracts. Tin Chi tells him that his job is done, and the agent gives him money in return. The agent then asks Tin Chi to kill another man, but Tin Chi forbids him. So the agent says that this man has no children and he has no wife. He is not a good man either. Then, why don't you agree to kill him? Tin Chi says. Now he wants to live a normal life and begins to leave. But the agent stops him and paces. As the agent pulls out his gun, Tin Chi stops him and throws his gun into the air. The agent's bodyguard then fights Tin Chi, but the agent stops him. Before leaving, Tin Chi tells him that when he picks up his jacket to pull out his gun, it slows him down a bit, which gives Tin Chi an advantage. Tin Chi is an expert in martial arts, and he used to teach people martial arts. Tin Chi had challenged and defeated many masters, but now he is living a normal life with his son. He runs a shop with his son and lives in the same shop. His life is very normal and quiet. On his son's birthday, he buys a Batman toy for him because his son loves Batman. In the next scene, we see a girl being beaten by a thug named Sai Kit. Sai Kit had been supplying her with drugs, but she hadn't paid him. Sai Kit called the girl's sister, Julia, to come and pay her debt. Julia gives Sai Kit the money, but he demands more money. This led to a fight between them. Sai Kit then comes in front of Tin Chi while fighting, and he kicked his son's toy, breaking it. Tin Chi gets angry and starts to fight Sai Kit and his thugs and beats them all alone. After that, the police arrive there and arrest everyone. At the police station, Sai Kit and his thugs have to be released at the order of the senior officers. The police officers were angry, but they had to obey their seniors because they were British officers. Tin Chi's statement was also taken. Tin Chi was supposed to go to dinner with his son today, but because of all this, he was late, and he and his son went out for dinner as soon as Tin Chi gets home, but the hotel was closed by then. Hotel owner Davidson gave his card and asked Tin Chi to come back another time. His son gets upset and tells his father that everything is his fault. However, when Tin Chi gives him a gift, he becomes happy. Even though the toy wasn't working, he was still happy because it was a gift from his father. On the other side, we see a meeting in which Sai Kit and other local thugs are present, chaired by Ngan Quan, the head of the syndicate group, and Sai Kit's elder sister. She says that someone at her company is cheating on her, and that her father once told her that a man has nothing without trust. Hang replies to her, saying that they started the company together, as soon as he said that she killed him because he was the one who was cheating on her. Ngan Quan now wants to fix her company's gangster image and tells everyone to stop selling drugs and other illegal activities. But Sai Kit opposes this decision, so she decided to vote, and the majority raised their hands in her favor. On the other hand, Tin Chi was at home when his house is attacked and burnt down. He somehow manages to get out with his son, but then Sai Kit's thugs chase after them. Tin Chi saw Julia on the way, and he left his son with Julia, and then he fights these thugs and beats them. When Tin Chi returned, Julia reported that his son had a fever, and they both went to the doctor. Tin Chi is currently homeless, so Julia spoke with her brother, and he is welcome to stay in her home. Julia's brother owns a bar, so Tin Chi begins working there. At night, Tin Chi sees his son sleeping and notices that he is having nightmares. Tin Chi assumes that Sai Kit is the cause of all this and goes to his house in anger. Although Sai Kit is not there, Tenshi lights his entire house on fire, burning all of his belongings. In the next scene, we see Ngan Quan coming to the bar to meet Tenshi. Ngan Quan has learned about the whole incident from her brother and wants to talk to Tenshi about it. Here, Ngan Quan and Tenshi have a fight over a glass of wine. They both know martial arts, and Ngan Quan gives Tenshi a check for the money. Tenshi's house was burnt down by her brother, and Ngan Quan tells Tenshi to forget the old things. At the Davidson Hotel, Tenshi, his son, and Julia's family were enjoying a meal when Davidson brought over a cake for Tenshi's son. Davidson completed the cake, and Tenshi saw that Davidson was holding an auction. The bidders were all rich people, and the money raised in the auction was aimed at building houses for the poor. The biggest bidder for this auction was Ngan Quan. Ngan Quan wanted to improve her and her company's image through this auction. Everyone standing there gets angry because all of Ngan Quan's money is black, and Ngan Quan is a gangster in the market and doesn't do any business. It hurts Ngan Quan deeply because she wants to be good, but society won't accept her in this new form. On the contrary, her brother Sai-kit provides drugs. Despite his sister's prohibition, Sai-kit gets an area to supply many drugs. Drugs are now readily available everywhere. Julia's sister, who used to take drugs, has been caught by Sai-kit's men. Sai-kit was already very angry with her because all the trouble was due to her. So, Sai-kit gave her over drugs, which killed her. But before dying, she told Julia everything. After learning of the incident, Tenshi and Julia's brother both go to kill Sai-kit. However, Sai-kit's sister Ngan Quan prohibits him from doing so. But now, Sai-kit is not going to stop, so he calls his thugs and orders them to kill Ngan Quan. But then, Tenshi and Fu come and fight. When Tenshi starts beating Sai-kit, Ngan Quan stops him and fights to save her brother. Tenshi tells Ngan Quan that Sai-kit has killed Julia's sister, but Ngan Quan doesn't listen. In the fight, Ngan Quan cuts off Sai-kit's hand because Ngan Quan knows she cannot defeat Tenshi. Tenshi asks where Sai-kit gets the drugs from, and now we are shown the main village of the story Davidson, the owner of the hotel. Davidson is a British and very rich man. He is also famous among the police, so it was not easy for anyone to find out about the drug business. When Fu discovers the truth, he calls the press and seizes all of Davidson's drugs. Now Davidson wants to get Fu out of his way, so Davidson hides drugs in Fu's bar with the help of the police. This leads to Fu's arrest in a police raid. However, instead of taking him to the police station, the police take him to Davidson. Davidson then kills him. Fu's body is shown to Julia and Tenshi with the story that he was killed while trying to escape. But Tenshi's eyes fall on a bracelet in Fu's hand. This bracelet was worn by Davidson on his son's birthday. Tenshi now seeks to kill Davidson in retaliation. Ngan Quan and Sai-kit, meanwhile, are leaving the city. But before going, Ngan Quan orders the agent to kill Davidson. Now, Davidson and Tenshi fight at the hotel. At first, Davidson beats Tenshi and he grabs him and he throws him into the bar's glass. Although he is taking some serious hits, still, he does not give up. He hits Davidson on the head and punches him hard, but Davidson throws him away. Davidson then punches Tenshi really hard, causing him to fall onto the glass table. He then picks up Tenshi and throws him to the ground. Davidson says to Tenshi that the Chinese always wants to be heroes. But did anyone tell you that heroes die quickly? Tenshi replies, "I am not here to be a hero. I am here to kill you." They start fighting again, and Tenshi uses his martial arts skills to repeatedly hit Davidson in the ribs and break his thumb. Tianxi's main target was Davidson's ribs, making it difficult for him to stand. Tianxi uses his martial arts skills to throw Davidson out of the hotel. At the moment, the police arrived and attempted to rescue Davidson. However, some honest cops caught Davidson's thugs with drugs and their officers because they are also supporting Davidson. At the same time, Davidson started running away. Before Tianxi could catch him, Davidson was killed by a contract killer who was ordered by Ngan Quan. And this is where the film ends. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you liked it. Subscribe for more content like this and hit the like button to help us out. Also, leave a comment if you want us to recap your favorite movie. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.